it's Megan. So today I'm going to do an update on my products to use up and wish list, which I have done this for, I think, a year or more at this point. So I just have this document where I have a list of all the products in categories that I want to use up. So I have 3 sheets at this time. This is always evolving and changing as I use things up. And then on the opposite side, I have my wish list column, which corresponds directly with the different categories of products. So for example, I list the foundations that I want to use up, and then across from it, if there's any foundations I want to try, once I use those up, I have those listed. This just helps me keep track of what I want to try, and it's not to give me motivation to use things up, well, it kind of is, but I'm not trying to bring more things into my collection while I have lots of things in certain categories. Like, I have too many foundations. I don't have as many as I used to, but I have 4 foundations right now, and so I want to use those up, except for like my favorite one, which is the L'Oreal Infallible. So once I use up the other ones, then in my wish list, I'll see what I have there, and it reminds me of what I want to try out next. So it's just a reminder of the things that I want to try out and purchase, so it doesn't encourage impulse purchasing. And my wish list is always changing. I'm taking things off, adding different things, and the products that stay on my wish list for a long time, I know for sure that's what I want to buy and try out next in these different categories. It's very, very helpful for me, and I try to look at this at least once a week. It just keeps it on the top of my mind, and when I don't look at this for a long period of time, I find that I do fall into impulse purchasing a lot more, or buying things in these categories that I don't need to be buying anything in, because I do have quite a few products in those categories. I mostly have body and skincare. I do have just a few makeup products, makeup categories in here, and yeah, so I'm just gonna go over the different things that I have on my wish list, because I love getting your feedback on these products, and they're things that I haven't tried before, and so if you guys have had experience with them, I really love to hear your thoughts on them and know if they're worth it or if they're what I'm looking for, and it's just a really helpful resource for me to ask you guys and get your feedback, because you're always hearing my opinion, but I love hearing your opinions on stuff. So I'm just going to start with the top and work my way to the last thing. So in my foundation category, the products that I want to try after I use up my other foundations are the NARS Matte Tinted Moisturizer, which is a fairly new product from them, and I've tried their other tinted moisturizer before, and I really loved how it looked, but it was just too glowy on my skin, and it might have been because I was trying it out. I believe I was trying it in the summer, so that could be it, but I've noticed that I do prefer more matte foundations, but that aren't really flat. So I haven't done too much research on that foundation, but I would love to try that out eventually. And then a drugstore foundation that I've always wanted to try but I never have is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin. And I think that's more of a glowier foundation. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. But I've always loved Neutrogena skincare. It's what I go back to when I am looking for something at the drugstore. And so I feel like their foundation would be really good for sensitive skin. So that's something that I do want to try in the future after I finish up my other foundations. Then there are quite a few categories that I don't have any like wish list products for. So cream shadows, I don't have anything. Hand creams, I don't have anything. For some reason, hand creams just pile up. Like, I don't know how that happens. I don't even care about hand cream, yet I have like 7 or more of them. It's nuts. So I don't have a particular favorite. I love the Skin Fix hand repair cream or whatever it's called, but I have just so many to get through that I don't even need to be thinking about what I'm gonna buy after they're all gone. For body lotions, I'm doing such a good job at working on my body lotions. I only have 4 more full size, and then I just have like they're more body oils, which I don't know why I have so many body oils, but for some reason I do. So once I use all of that stuff up, I have 3 body lotions that I really want to try. The first one is the Josie Maran Whipped Argan Oil in Vanilla Apricot. I had a small size of that and I love it. I love the scent, I love the texture, I love the formula, I love how it moisturizes but isn't sticky or anything. It's just such a gorgeous body lotion. It is quite expensive, way more expensive than I would like to spend on a body lotion on a regular basis, but something that I would pick up during the Sephora sales, probably in the fall. I'll pick one up once I'm done with all my other body lotions. Then a brand that I have been wanting to try for, I think, over a year. Oh my god, that was scary. What the hell was that? If I gave you a heart attack, I'm sorry. I gave myself a heart attack. So the Charleston Bath Works Whipped Body Butter, it's a company that Angela Scar talked about, and I have wanted to buy stuff from them, but I just keep like buying other things and I forget that I want to try them. So once I'm done with all my body lotions and stuff, I do want to try the Charleston Bath Works. And then one of the most exciting things that I want to try is the Blissful Body Butter. And Jaclyn Hill has talked about this company. She kind of like put it on the map, and they have a peppermint scented body butter. Peppermint is one of my favorite scents, so I really want to try that, and she just loves it, so I do want to try that out. For body scrubs, quite a few of those to get through as well. Again, I want to try the Charleston Bath Works body scrub, and this I've had on my list for quite some time, the Bobbi Brown Beach body scrub. I think that that's such like a ridiculous thing to buy because you're buying it for the scent pretty much, at least that's what I would buy it for, and I don't know if that's wasteful to buy a body scrub because of that. So I probably will never buy that, but I have it on my list, and it's just something that I'm kind of intrigued by. Okay, for shower gel, I don't have anything on my wish list. If I did have anything, it would be the Caress body gels, shower gels. They're definitely my favorite after trying out so many different ones that I have purchased and that we had in our back stock. I just really love the Caress formula. I love the scents. I think they're very, very comparable to Victoria's Secret scents, but for much less expensive. I just love them, so that is definitely what I will repurchase once I get through all my shower gels. Okay, here's the good stuff. Okay, so skincare. I have a lot of face cleansers to try out once I'm done with my other face cleansers, and you will be surprised that I only have 3 face cleansers on the go right now, like full size. So they're so different. I have one, the Elemis Trienzyme Resurfacing Wash, that's more of a deep clean, almost like a treatment within the cleanser, and then I have the Body Shop, no, I always say Body Shop, the Boots Botanics Cleansing Balm, which I love as a second cleanse, and so I don't have any just like normal cleansers anymore that I would just like use like quickly on my face. They're all either balms or like treatment cleansers, so I have a few that I really want to try out. The first one is the Kate Somerville Goat Milk Cleanser, which Carolyn Hirons has really teased us with for, I think since the beginning of this year. She knows Kate Somerville or whatever, and so she's trying out the goat milk cleanser, and it's not coming out till April. We're almost there, but I'm really excited about that. I think it'll be a really nice hydrating creamy cleanser, and I'm so excited about trying that out. A cleanser that I have wanted to try for years is the Emma Hardy Moringa Cleansing Balm. I have literally wanted this for years, but I always forget about it when I need to buy a new cleanser, which doesn't really happen very often. But I think it's one of those ones that I have just heard so much about for so many years that I really want to try it, especially now that I'm really, really into cleansing balms. So that is one that I do want to try. I know that the packaging really sucks. I remember seeing in so many people's vlogs that like it's just destroyed by the end of using it. It's very odd. So I do want to try that, but that's kind of a deterrence for me. And then a company that I really haven't heard a lot about, but I was reading some articles or something, and this brand Glossier was featured in it, and they have a very small selection of products, but the one that seems to be really interesting is the Milk Jelly Cleanser, and I have just seen rave reviews about this cleanser, and I think it would be great for a morning cleanse or a second cleanse at night. And I don't know, there's just something about it, maybe like the aesthetic of the packaging just seems really cool and like hip and modern to me, so I do want to try that eventually. And then a cleanser that I really love, but I don't have currently, is the First Aid Beauty Deep Cleanser with Red Clay. And I love that. I've gone through, I think, 2 full-size bottles of that, and I love it so much. It's a very great deep cleanse for your skin. But I've just realized how dehydrated my skin is, and I am not really using any cleansers that foam up anymore. I'm trying to really steer clear of that now, because I think using balms and oils, which I use a lot but I don't use exclusively, if I used only those, I think my skin would be a lot more hydrated, and so I'm on the fence about repurchasing the First Aid Beauty Deep Cleanser, even though I know it's really good and I love it. I don't know if it's the best for dehydrated skin. So if you guys have opinions on that, please let me know. It's not a super foaming cleanser by any means, but I think it's more stripping than other cleansers that I could try. So those are my face cleansers. For oil cleansers, I don't have any on my wish list. I have so many. I have 6 right now that I'm only using 1 at the moment, and so I have 5 backups because I literally lost my mind last year and bought like every oil cleanser to do like a review of them. Turns out they're pretty much all exactly the same, so I have quite a few oil cleansers that it's going to take me a long time to work through these, probably the rest of the year, if not more, because oil cleansers, you don't need a lot to remove your makeup at night. So that is where I stand with oil cleansers. For spritz and toners, I have a few like sprays that I use in the daytime for a little extra hydration before I do my makeup. And then I have the Makeup Raw Sauce, which is an essence, and a toner I really love is the Paula's Choice Hydrating Toner. But the only one that I have on my wish list is such a ridiculous product, but you guys know I love the Amorovixa Queen of Hungary Mist. The scent of it is gorgeous. It transports me to the ocean. It's so nice. I have no idea if it does anything to help my skin, but just the experience of using it is so enjoyable. It's $50 for the full size, which is like, I know. But if I could ever find it on sale, if I could get it for $40 or less, I would love to treat myself to that one day once I use up these, mostly just the spritzy ones, but I just love it. But why is it so expensive? So that kind of sucks. Okay, for nighttime moisturizers, I have really been loving the Colleen Rothschild Extreme Recovery Cream. It really has improved my skin a lot, so I have purchased the full size of that, and you guys know I love the Kate Somerville Goat Milk Cream, so those would probably be my 2 like top favorite nighttime moisturizers for sure. And those are the only 2 full sizes that I have. I have a deluxe size of the Fresh Lotus face cream, which I got for Christmas from my grandparents. So I'm going to try that out, but then I'll pretty much be done with all my like nighttime moisturizers. I think I have some like deluxe samples of different ones, so I'll use those up. But then the ones that I have on my wish list, I really want to try the CeraVe Face Moisturizing Lotion. There's like a PM and an AM, and then they also have one that's in a larger container that just says like moisturizing lotion, so I don't know if that's more for your body and the other ones that are in smaller containers are for your face, or if they're the same product just packaged differently to make you think that. I'm not 100% sure, but I have heard great things about CeraVe. I've used one of their cleansers in the past, which was good, but I don't think that's really where they stand out. I think it is in their moisturizers, so I want to eventually try that out. And a moisturizer that I have been looking at for, I would say, like 6 months is the Dr. Jart Ceramidin Cream. It comes in a like a metal tube, and it's supposed to be really awesome for dehydrated skin and just really, really nourishing. So that's one that I have on my wish list. And then I have 2 Paula's Choice moisturizers. She recently came out with the Calm like range of products. There's so many different products in this range, but specifically her moisturizers, I want to try those out. It's supposed to help calm down redness, which isn't really a concern of mine, but it seems like it's better suited for sensitive skin. So I do want to try the Calm moisturizer. And then my favorite moisturizer from her is the Resist with retinol in it, and I might actually purchase that as kind of a treatment. Even though it's a moisturizer, it has the retinol in it. And I've been binge reading Carolyn Hiron's old blog posts, and she was saying, like, if a product has retinol in it and it's a cream, it also acts as your treatment. So I thought that was really interesting, and it is a product I really enjoy. I love the texture of it, and so I think I might get that as like a treatment moisturizer almost. For my nighttime face oils, I have 3 right now, and the only one I really am focusing on using up is the Tarte Maracuja. So I have the Kiehl's Midnight Recovery Concentrate and the Fresh Sea Berry Oil. The Fresh Sea Berry is definitely the one I will repurchase as just like my generic hydrating, super, super amazing face oil. The Kiehl's Midnight Recovery is an oil, but to me it's more of a serum, like a treatment for my skin. So that category, I think I'll pretty much always have the Kiehl's and the Fresh Sea Berry in my collection, and those are really the only oils that I think I'll really have. For daytime moisturizer, I only have a few right now. I'm using the Colleen Rothschild Sheer Recovery Cream. Again, I've been loving her nighttime moisturizer, and this I have been really loving in the day. So my skin's been loving it. I might purchase that in the future, but the one that I have on my wish list is, again, a Glossier product, and it's the Priming Moisturizer. And I just thought that sounded like such a great thing, like a moisturizer that also primes your skin. It reminds me of the Embryolisse like matte moisturizer thing that I got for Chloe and then I got for myself. It's similar to that you could use it as a primer or as a moisturizer, and that just seems cool. If I purchased the Glossier cleanser, I would also purchase the moisturizer. So let me know what you think of those products, because they're not overly priced. I think they're around $20 each, so it's something I would definitely purchase to try out in the future. For face serums, I only have 2, both by Arcana, the Hydrating Serum and the Gentle Solution. Not a huge fan of either of them. I'm basically just working through them. Face serums are something that are really cool to me. I haven't really tried a lot of them because a lot of them are very expensive. So the 2 that I have on my wish list are from 2 brands that I really want to delve into. The first is the Drunk Elephant, and specifically I want to try the vitamin C like day serum. It's $80, which is really expensive, but Drunk Elephant just has the best ingredients in it. It's so natural, the packaging is awesome, and it gets such great reviews. So I might purchase that in the VIB sale in April. I haven't yet decided. I want to do a like shopping list wish list video about that specifically, so you guys can help me decide what I will purchase, because I have very, very minimal things on my list for that, and this is one of them that's pretty intriguing to me. So Drunk Elephant is a brand that I also want to try. They recently came out with a hydrating serum, and they have their like glycolic resurfacing serum. I don't know what exactly it's called, but Drunk Elephant, their serums, their products that I really want to try out. And then a brand that I recently heard about is Niod, N-I-O-D, and this company is really fascinating. They also own a bunch of different companies, not Niod, but like the parent company. I think it's called like, it's something really funny, like Abnormal skincare or something. Like the parent company is called like Abnormal, and then they have all these other companies that are really innovative and interesting, and this NIOD company has some really cool serums, and I thought I had 2 on this list, but I only have 1, which is the copper amino isolate serum. And right now I cannot even remember what that is supposed to do. There was also one that I think was vitamin C or some sort of hydrating type of a serum that you're supposed to use them together. They have such weird names to their products that I have no idea what copper amino isolate would do for my skin, but I know reading it, they were saying like that is the product you need to use. And then this other one, I swear it started with an M, you're supposed to use it with that as well. They're not overly expensive, but you don't get very much of the serum for the price. So I'm not sure. I really want to hear your opinions if you've used NIOD. It's pretty easy to purchase in the US, and they just have like their own website. I'll link it down below if you guys are interested in reading up on it. And yeah, so they're a company I'm intrigued by. For face treatments, I currently have the Kate Somerville Exfoliate and the Amore Pacific Treatment Enzyme Peel. I have deluxe samples of both of those products. They're both really, really nice, more exfoliating type of products, so I really love both of them, and they're ones that I would keep in my collection for sure. But a face treatment that has just really taken my interest, and I'm very intrigued by it, is the May Lindstrom Blue Cocoon, which is like a cream basically. I don't know if you use it in place of a moisturizer or if it's a treatment, so I didn't know where to put it in this list, but it's supposed to be like the most amazing thing that you'll ever put on your face. It's like a blue color, which is just super cool. Crazy expensive, like crazy expensive. They now sell it at Beautylish. So that is a product that I really want to get my hands on eventually. I don't know if it's a miracle product like everyone makes it seem to be, but I think it would be really cool to try that out. Another category that I've been really enjoying trying different things from is the exfoliating pad category. So you guys know I love the First Aid Beauty Facial Radiance pads. They were my first true love when it came to exfoliating pads, and right now I'm using the Nip and Fab Glycolic Fix pads, and I really love those. So I have those 2 on the go right now. I'm also using up the Arcana Triad pads, which I don't love nearly as much as the other ones, but I have 3 different, sorry, my back is like really itchy right now. I have 3 different ones that I want to try out, and I figured out how much they are per pad, so just to give you guys a reference. So the Pixie Glow pads, so they have the Glow Tonic, but then they also have pre-saturated pads. It's $22 for 60 pads, so that's 36 cents per pad. For reference, the First Aid Beauty, it's $30 for 60 pads, so 50 cents a pad. And then I was looking at Skin Iceland because I used a moisturizer from them. I think it took me a while, but I used it up last month, and they have these Nordic skin peel pads, and they're $45 for 60 pads, so they're 75 cents. Amazing reviews, like crazy amazing reviews, and you can get that at Ulta. So that is something that I'll probably try. They're not much more expensive than the First Aid Beauty ones, so I would like to try those. And then these, I was again reading Carolyn Hirons, and she was talking about like the different acids. So there's like lactic and glycolic, and then there's this one, and I didn't write down what it stands for, but it's PHA, and instead of like BHA or AHA, it's PHA. And that's supposed to be really amazing for dehydrated skin, so that really piqued my interest because, like I said, I have had crazy dehydrated skin lately. And these are the Zellens PHA pads, and they're $95 for 50 pads, which means they're $1.90 per pad. So that like really stopped me in my tracks. I was like, what? $95 for 50 pads? And then I wanted to compare that price to the Dr. Dennis Gross Alpha Beta pads because those are very like strong and concentrated as well. comparing them to what it seems like the Zellens are, I think they're pretty comparable with the strength of them. So the Dr. Dennis Gross, they're $88 for 35, which is $2.50 per pad. So the Zellens are quite a bit less expensive per pad. They're 60 cents less expensive. Still expensive, but that is something that really intrigued me, to have that certain PHA ingredient in it. So I don't know if there's other pads that have that same PHA, whatever that stands for, because I didn't write it down. But I think that would be really cool to try out. That's just like crazy expensive. Okay, then I have masks. I'm really enjoying most of the ones that I have right now. And then the two that I want to try out eventually are both like homemade type of masks. So I mentioned this to you guys before, the Bragg's apple cider vinegar and Aztec clay. This is all over the internet. Everyone does it. And it seems like a really affordable way to make your own purifying mask. Clay is very inexpensive, and I really want to get away from purchasing certain things when I know that I can make them myself. So I really want to try that out. And then an ingredient that I've heard is really great for your skin is Manuka honey. And I know that Antipodes has a Manuka honey mask. And I think I mentioned that in one of my past wish list videos. And some people were telling me, like, just make your own, use Manuka honey. So I wanted to know your thoughts on that, and if there's certain brands or what I should look for with Manuka honey. Because I believe it is, like, any honey is supposed to be like a humectant, really bring moisture into your skin, which is exactly what I need. So just let me know if you've made your own Manuka honey masks and what are your best tips for those. Now my last category is eye cream. Eye cream takes me ages to get through, so there's no light at the end of the tunnel yet for that, so I don't have any on my wish list. Eye cream is something I don't really care about. I love my First Aid Beauty Eye Duty Triple Remedy for the morning time. Oh, Shaza! My camera totally died, and I like finished this video without even realizing it was off. Oh my god. So anyhow, it was lucky because I was on my very last category, which are eye creams, and I don't really have like a certain love for eye creams, especially at night. I just use whatever I have. During the day, I love the First Aid Beauty Eye Duty Triple Remedy. It acts as like a beginning step for your correctors. It's awesome, and one that I would definitely recommend and repurchase, but I pretty much don't really care about eye creams. I have so many to last me ages, so it's not something I have on my wish list to try out once I'm done with all those. But that is my entire wish list and products to use up, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I can't wait to hear your opinions on all these different products, because it's such a helpful resource for not only me but other people to read the comments if they're interested in certain products and get all sorts of different people's opinions on them. And please let us know what kind of skin you have if you have opinions on any of these things. That really helps us out, and I know that I try to remember to tell you guys that I have dehydrated, sensitive skin, and sometimes it's just hard to remember to remind you guys that, because I know so many of you watch my videos all the time and know, but I know there's so many new people all the time, which is so exciting, but I forget to say those basic information like points. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I just really loved talking to you guys about the different things that I have on my wish list, and I hope you guys are having an awesome day, and I'll see you soon. Bye.